People Matters is a platform for HR and CEOs to really, share and discuss about the HR issues and talent management issues. So it's a media company. So it's a B2B platform for professionals to kind of learn from others about what are the best practices on talent management. But it's beyond the magazine. We also do events, roundtables, research, all in the umbrella of talent management. I've been in HR all my life. So that's my passion, that's my domain of expertise, and that's what I've done since I graduated. So I think the change from a HR professional to an entrepreneur was on, again, looking at what's the opportunity and what are the pain points I faced as an HR person, and that's my peer group pain points. Where do I find information about service providers? Where do I find information about what other companies are doing? So that information which is going to help me on HR decision making was not available in India. So I think People Matters is, there to bridge that gap. India is already a huge market in itself. Our plans is really looking at how do we support the service providers who are really trying to attract the HR decision makers. So it's not only HR community but also CEOs and operations heads who are buying services and products for the HR needs. So trying to supplement the scalability of our business is really going to be on how do we provide marketing support to those companies through print media, through online media, through conferences, roundtables, research. So our scalability is going to be on really supporting those service providers who are doing business with HR. If I look at our business itself, there is a lot of work that needs to be done in the SME sector. So if I look at HR, which is my domain, SME requirement is very, very different from the MNC requirement. So SME is not looking really at frameworks and terminologies and models, which a lot of times that's what gets covered in content. So we're going to be working on that also this year, on how do we help SMEs to really find solutions which are practical and which doesn't have frameworks and terminologies, but really a hands-on solution. So that SME requires a very different type of service than the MNCs. Anything which is information, we will get into. So for example, if you're saying like I'm looking for a service provider in payroll outsourcing, you will be able to come to People Matters and search. But we will not get into delivering products and services which are not aligned to the media part. So we won't necessarily, I don't think it's in our DNA to become a service provider. So we won't be developing HR technology for HR, for example, if that's what you're asking. Anything that we will develop will be to support either our readers, which is one side of the coin, or our service providers which are trying to reach the HR community. So everything that we will do will be in the media platform. Attrition is everywhere, and really if you look at it, the numbers, see, of course, the numbers that most of the industries show are actually not, it's become a calculation name, right? So if you look at insurance, for example, they show maybe an attrition of like 40, 50, when the reality is maybe have 150% attrition. If you really look at it, because companies are trying to see, okay, I'm not going to count my freshers, I'm not going to count people who are below performance level. So I think definitely insurance is one of the biggest hits in terms of attrition. ITS is traditionally the industries that face big attrition, but I think today that is a problem across the board, and 2012 will be even a larger problem because people are not looking only for a job today. The new generations are looking for a career, they're looking for a people promise. So you will see attrition in a lot of, it will be industry neutral.